Jason Mox here. This is August 1st, 2020. I'm down here at the Wanamie 9 site. There's the engine, of course. And I'm just working here. I got a lot to do. Hopefully the other guy shows up. We're supposed to get the cylinder cover off today. If he doesn't, that's a problem. But here, these two pieces I'm taking out of the box. We're getting the box slowly moved over piece by piece. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of heavy items. This right here is for emptying the smoke box. This piece right here. There is a wedge piece that's supposed to go in there. However, it's missing. Probably went missing in Pine Creek days. So we're gonna have to make a new one. We already have the stuff to do it at Bout Studio, where we have trolley 790, so that's going to be going there. We could probably even sand it there and get it all cleaned up and get those old bolts off that are rusted right onto it. The other item here is the throttle valve from inside the boiler. So that has to be, of course, put somewhere better. That's going to be going into my room. It weighs a ton. It needs to get cleaned and inspected to see if it's still actually usable. If it's in good shape, then don't have to do all too much to it. Put a protective coating on it and it's good to go. There's other stuff in here. We have no clue what this is for. There's parts of the firebox assembly, parts of the boards and all that. There's junk, debris, and these are parts of the covering over it. And you might notice, I think I mentioned in a few places, we have the engine currently fenced off for safety reasons. As you can see, I did a lot of this fencing myself, and of course no trespassing. But side, I have a special gate to go into, and we can work on the engine from inside. The idea is we're going to get open the cylinder at least on one side. I don't know if we could get both sides in one day. It's relatively hot out, but the nice thing is the sun is underneath the clouds. We were donated some white oak bridge timbers from the Central Railroad of New Jersey here in Ashley, and these will be used for replacing both buffer beams. We have some of the parts off this beam, and we got other parts of the beam other places. Now it is laminate design, however when we do the new beams, they're actually going to be solid. They will be solid oak beams, which is going to make them even stronger, and we're going to put through every single bolt the exact same way, so we're going to have a really nice strong beam. Future plans include finally doing the abatement. As you can see, we put some extra foam on the engine in places. We have a couple missing parts that we have to attend to, as I mentioned previously. Other than that, she's not too rough a shape. We're going to be eventually taking the running gear off as well. Let me zoom that back out. That'll be coming off, and that should be doing all well. We're currently working on a blueprint for the brand new tank, and hopefully soon we'll have a new tank, but not quite yet. We're going to get the boiler off eventually. The cab will come off so we could do the repairs to the cab floor, which we were donated steel by Anthracite Trolleys Inc. Now the smoke box we found is actually unsalvageable. Unfortunately, we can't use the main shell of the smoke box. We could salvage the stack, the front plate, you know, this the plate that the door is actually connected on. We could salvage that, and we could salvage the splitters and vacuum, but nothing else about the roundel. It's just too rotted. We're going to be removing that eventually, and we're going to save it for our museum, which, by the way, I will note, we were given a large sum donations I have donations in items, which if you want to see the items that were donated, I'm slowly posting them all up onto Facebook, the Wanamie 9 Facebook page. Just look that up. It'll be right there. But over here in this wooded area, this is all going to be cleared back to the fence till around about somewhere down there. And that's where our museum is going to be. This lot will be extended, and there will be a ramp right here that'll take you down to the roadway there. And then with the roadway there, hold on, I'm gonna get that, whatever the heck that is. Anyways, with the roadway down there, the brush sitting next to it, that's where our track is gonna be. So it'll go across part of the roadway, which we're not gonna destroy it, we're just gonna fill up with ballast. That'll give us a really nice base. And then it'll come along back down on the lower level. And the building here will be designed to look much like the Hubert Breaker property, so it won't be very ugly. And maybe we can modify it in a way so then we could have, if the engine runs close to it, we can maybe have like a track over and like a fake rotary dump, something like that. You know, thinking ahead. The stack is staying there, but they're going to be making some repairs. That stack was built by the Freemasons. You can see their symbol up there. And it's in still really good shape. Looks kind of rough, but it's not as bad as you could make it. And over here will just be parking. This level will be parking. The building that's going over Wanamie 9 itself, we have marked out with the stakes. That will be designed for post the engine going to the lower level, that it'll become a multimedia building. So this could actually be reused instead of just building it and then no engine. But that's our current plans and goals here at our site. We're also going to get our C&J signal hooked up with an electrical cabinet from the Erie. We have most of the wiring and components ready to go. And I forget where we're putting the cabinet itself, but we'll be able to control the output of the signal. That mine car there will find itself on the lower level, so will our other Franklin car. They will serve as, well, for 9. And we're going to have a couple more cars joining us eventually. We're going to be here for quite a while, at least, you know, another 5 or 6 years. We'll have a second track behind it and the other Franklin car. So when you come and see it, you'll see 9, which will be in pieces, and a Franklin car. Yeah, so that's our plan right now, and that's all I have to note. I'm going to try to call John again, see if we could do some work, and I might need to edit this out so I don't have my license plate in the background by accident. But yeah, that's all for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. This is the second part of the video. This is a couple days later. I forget the exact date, but tomorrow is Wednesday. And I guess this video will probably come out tomorrow. As you may have saw, I had done a little bit of work on the engine afterwards, and I did have to edit the film. That's why there was that random cut. What happened was there was wasp, as you saw, but there was only like 4 of them. But their nest was massive. It was in both cylinders and underneath the fireman's side cover. We got those removed with wood and WD-40. I sprayed over all the bolts and they're soaking. We're hoping to get the cylinders open on Saturday. This Saturday coming up. Tomorrow, the hats that were in our donation, which I haven't posted them on Facebook yet, but they will be up on our Facebook. Those are going for their cleaning, and I'm picking up the loose parts from the engine that I left down there because they were too heavy. I put cardboard in my car for them to sit on, and that'll be good because on Thursday they're going to be sanded and painted at the Delaware, Lackawaxen, and Stourbridge Line Railroad, which I'll have video of that, and I'll do a little bit of a video around there, which I'm pretty excited about. I was contacted and talked for a bit with the general manager, and I would like to thank him and all of them over on the railroad very much for this opportunity. This is a big deal towards the project. I do want to show you around my room real quick with a couple things with the engine, which are stored here. That's why this clip is being filmed right here with the minifig, which represents my channel's base, or basic. Right here in this crate is the headlights to the locomotive, which have to still get serviced. They were donated. And so is the seat to the engine, which was another thing that was donated to us. So we have that. Now, on the floor here, this is not getting sanded with the rest of the stuff. This is the throttle valve. This should be inside the steam locomotive, but clearly isn't. This is where the dry pipe comes in, and that's what connects the actual throttle linkage back to the cab. Why it's out of the engine, I don't know. I believe there was inspections being done sometime during the Viersen ownership, which was post-1991 when it left the Pine Creek Railroad. But it is here, and it's on the floor in my room. That thing weighs too much to move around. Somehow I'm going to get it up on a table. It's on the floor on a piece of cardboard. It's already caused a gash somewhere. Now, I don't normally have the slide on. Here's the rest of the items by the shoes. That will actually be sanded on Thursday. Of course, here's the black that's going on them. This is just here because it is. This is our sandbox cover from the Wanamie 8. This is the original roof cover from 9. And that is, as you saw in the other video, the, the clean out from Wanamie 9 as well, which that thing also weighs a ton. I should have put it on a piece of cardboard, which conveniently I have right there, but I didn't, because that's what I do. I also have for them over on the line, I'm bringing for them to see, because I know they'll like it. Just want to give a little hint to that. You could see the whole thing unwound on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram. But that is currently it for the project at this moment. With the sanding stuff going on tomorrow, there'll be a lot of nice shiny pieces, 2 of which will be going on the engine immediately after they've been painted and returned to the engine on Friday. And the others are going to be in storage for a while, which is fine. The paint will protect them better. After all, this, look at this thing. Original patina on it. You just can't get that. It's on my hands now. I have to sleep next to this thing. Anyways, that's all for this update video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will update you again, maybe Sunday. Take care.